Growthink presents How to Write the Competitive Analysis section of your business plan. The competitive analysis section is the most misunderstood section of the business plan, mainly because companies and investors often define the term competitor differently. Companies frequently define competitors as firms offering similar products and services. Since every product or service is unique in some way, many companies convey in their business plans that they have few or no competitors. Investors use a far more discerning definition of competition, defining it as any service or product that a customer can use to fulfill the same need or needs that the company fulfills. This includes firms that offer similar products, substitute products, and other customer options, such as performing the service or building the product themselves. Under this broad definition, any business plan that claims there are no competitors greatly undermines the credibility of the management team. In identifying competitors, companies often find themselves in a difficult position. On one hand, they want to show that they are unique, even under the investor's broad definition, and list no or few competitors. However, this has a negative connotation. If no or few companies are in a market space, it implies that there may not be a large enough customer need to support the company's products and/or services. On the other hand, should there be too many competitors, then the market may be too saturated to support the profitability of a new entrant. Solving the competition dilemma is relatively simple if the customer analysis is completed properly. That section reveals the customer wants and needs that the company is fulfilling. Any company or self-action that also serves these needs is a competitor. There are typically two categories of competitors that compete in varying degrees with a company's product and service offerings. As such, the competition section should include sections for direct and indirect competitors. Direct competitors are those that serve the same target market with similar products and services. Indirect competitors are those that serve the same target market with different products and services, or a different target market with similar products and services. As mentioned previously, sophisticated investors will conduct substantial due diligence, including conducting their own competitive analysis before infusing capital into a company. As such, it is critical not to omit or downplay a competitor simply because it may reflect poorly on the company's opportunity. There are often few direct competitors and many indirect competitors. As such, as a general rule, your plan should describe each direct competitor and subcategorize the indirect competitors, and describe the subcategory as a whole. A final point to keep in mind in listing competitors is that listing public companies in a competitive space is often a good sign. A public company implies that the market size is big and also gives the investor the assurance that if management executes well, the company has substantial profit and liquidity potential. The next step is to describe competitors, particularly direct competitors. In doing so, it is important not to simply mention information about the competitor and its customers, products, and/or services. Rather, your plan must also explain each competitor's strengths and weaknesses and the key drivers of competitive differentiation in the marketplace. In explaining competitors' weaknesses, be sure to use objective information. Growthink has reviewed business plans that assert that the competition does not know what it's doing or is not as smart as us. This obviously positions the company's management as immature and naive, particularly if the competitors have strong track records. On the other hand, it is incredibly powerful to offer market research results that prove the competition fails to satisfy customer needs. Note that serving a customer need or segment that the competition is not is often a valid area of competitive differentiation. If this is the case, the customer analysis section should thoroughly detail these needs and segments. Finally, in describing competitive advantages, it is important to demonstrate how your company's business model creates barriers to entry. Barriers to entry are reasons why customers will not leave once acquired. By taking this advice into account, you will create a much more persuasive competitive analysis section. For assistance with your business plan, please visit us at www.growthink.com.